Okay, we're going to record this just for anybody who is not able to make it to the information session, or if somebody wants to review the information that was shared in this session before they apply for IAMP program. That's the purpose. All right, let's start with the land acknowledgement. Can we get them? ICAI acknowledges that we stand on the traditional territories of Blackfoot and the people of Treaty 7 region, which includes the Siksika, the Piikani, the Kainai, the Tsuut'ina, and the Stoney Nakoda First Nations. The city of Calgary is also home to the Métis Nation of Alberta Region 3. Next slide, please, Ahmed. And thank you, Ahmed, for helping me with the tech. My network is not that great, so I wanted to keep very minimum at my end. So a few housekeeping before we start the session. Kindly put your first name or your preferred name so that we can address you with your correct name. And please stay on mute when you're not talking or asking questions. And if you want to ask any questions, please use the raise hand function, or at the end of the session when we have the Q&A session, you can unmute yourself and speak. You can also put your questions in the chat. We'll go through that chat during the Q&A session. And feel free to go camera off if you don't want to be recorded or if you feel comfortable that way. And please respect your fellow attendees. All right, and we will discuss all the questions that are shared at the end of the session. Now, coming to the introduction, ICAI, or Immigrant Council for Arts Innovation, is the organizer and host for the IAMP program, which is Immigrant Arts Mentorship Program. For people who joined a little later, I'm just sharing quickly about ICAI. ICAI is an arts council founded in 2019 with the purpose of connecting newcomer and immigrant artists, arts managers, and cultural workers to the existing arts community in Greater Calgary. And our funders for the IAMP program are Rose Foundation and the Calgary Arts Development, or CADA, which is also part of City of Calgary. Next slide, please. Now, what is IAMP? IAMP is a program for immigrant and refugee newcomers, artists, arts managers, and or arts and culture workers to connect, learn, and grow through one-on-one mentorship with an experienced colleague in their artistic discipline. So the mentees in the program will be connected with experienced professional from their own discipline or in the area which the mentee is seeking mentorship for. They'll be connected with this professional, and they'll be receiving one-on-one mentorship from an experienced person. ICAI has identified a need for community building and professional development for immigrants, especially newcomer creatives in Calgary. And through this program, we want to provide a platform for learning and growth. It also provides group meetings to foster unity and build the artists or arts administrators or culture workers, networking skills, community engagement, and relationships. It comes with an opportunity to learn from other mentors and also learn from your fellow mentees and to ask relevant questions to understand the expectations and the goals of the program. Next slide. Okay, so why IAMP? Newcomer and immigrant artists may face a lot of challenges when trying to find work in Calgary arts sector. Some of the common challenges could be access to reliable information, or it could be informed immigrant services, lack of that. And some people might find networking opportunities for the newcomer creatives not seen, or it's quite rare. Or it could be Calgary art sector's lack of knowledge and understanding immigrant experience and vice versa. And some may feel that not knowing where to start their career settlement from. So IAMP is like a solution to all these challenges. Next slide, please. Now, the goals of IAMP. Zarifa, I see that your hands are raised. We will address all the questions at the end, okay? Do you have anything urgent? All right, thank you. We have the following goals for IAMP: to create an intentional networking community of professional artists and arts managers, to give immigrant artists, arts managers practical Canadian experience, to develop an understanding of the value of community engagement in an artist or arts manager's practice, to give mentors an opportunity to pass on their knowledge, to develop a project with a mentor and share what has been learned with the community, and this is for mentee, to create an empathetic arts community in Calgary that understands and appreciates art from other parts of the world, to build confidence in the mentees to pursue their artistic practice in the Canadian context. These are our main IAMP goals when we designed when at ICHI we designed the IAMP program. Next slide, please. Now, who is involved in the IAMP program? So the core program itself includes 10 mentors, 10 mentees, and Immigrant Council for Arts Innovation, that's ICHI. Other than these, there are stakeholders and funders who are outside, like not in the core program though. So who are mentors? Mentors are professional artists or art managers or cultural workers, community leaders who have already established themselves in the Calgary arts community, and they have a strong presence in the arts world here. They could be Canadian citizens or newcomers or immigrants and have lived in Canada for more than 2 years. Now the mentees are there. Again, there are 10 mentees who will be who will get the intake into the IAMP program. Mentees are professional artists and or art managers or cultural workers or community leaders who are newcomer to Canada and have lived in Canada for less than 7 years, and they're passionate about arts, and they're trying to establish themselves in the arts community in Calgary. An Immigrant Council for Arts Innovation includes all the staff here and the board members. So you will mainly meet the executive director, Toyin Aladili, who's not here. You might meet Ahmed, and mostly you'll be in communication with me because I'm the programs manager and the coordinator for the IAMP program. And you will also be in communication with Priya, who is our admin coordinator, who's also not present here. So these will be the main people involved within the core IAMP program. Next slide, please. Okay, this is the structure of the IAMP, or just the overview of IAMP in one glance. As I previously mentioned, there'll be a total of 10 mentees and 10 mentors. The selection process of the mentees will be after application, there will be a jury process, and the jury committee will select 10 mentees. And the mentors for the selected mentees would be matched based on best match, or based on the discipline or the goal on which the mentee is focusing on. The duration for the program for both mentees and mentors is 6 months. Time invested by mentee will be 6 hours per month. which will be starting from July, 4 hours with mentors and 2 hours with ICAI. So 4 hours of one-on-one mentorship per month with mentee and 2 hours of PD sessions, which will be in group with ICAI. And mentors will spend 4 hours per month with their mentee, which is one-on-one. Apart from this, there is orientation session and networking in June. So there will be a remuneration of $12,000 for each mentee and mentors. For mentors, it's like a token of gratitude or honorarium to thank their service. And for mentees, it is for the time and effort taken to develop themselves and to work towards the mentees project. Now, the program expectations. Mentees are expected to submit a mentee-mentor meeting tracker. So we will, when the mentees are selected, and we will give them a mentee-mentor tracking guide. So we want to know how many times you met with your mentor, what you learned from your mentor, what was discussed on each session. So that's the tracking guide. So you'll submit that mentee-mentor tracking guide. I mean, each mentee would submit that at the end of each month to the programs manager. That is expected from the mentee. And mentees are expected to work on the goal or the project that they defined in the application. And we would like to see a growth or the progress as they work with the mentor, working towards their project or the goal, whatever they mentioned. And then mentees are expected to attend all the professional development sessions, PD sessions, which is 2 hours each month. Full attendance is needed to benefit from provisions of the program and other opportunities that would come to the mentees after its completion. We would have many opportunities through ICAI or the partners, and there will also be this remuneration given, but you will benefit from these things only if you have full attendance for all the PD sessions and the meetings that we conduct. Mentees will discuss with their mentor the topics related to the next PD sessions. So we will be giving you all the topics that would be discussed in the PD sessions well in advance in your contract or during the orientation session. And you'll discuss the topic for the next PD session with your mentor so that the mentee can come prepared for the next session and share their learnings with the other mentees as well for the upcoming session. Next slide, please. IAMP outcome for the mentees. So once the program is completed, like after the completion of IAMP program, mentees will have learned about Canadian cultural context. They will have clear understanding of arts sector stakeholders and employers. They'll have knowledge on grants from major funding organizations like CADA, if it is in the city of Calgary, or Alberta Foundation of Arts or Canada Council. And mentees will have clear understanding of taxes, bookkeeping, standard accounting practice for artists and arts workers in Canada. They will also understand how to prepare their written documents like resume, bio, artist statement, exhibition statement, etc., in a best way to present themselves or market themselves. Mentees will have the opportunity to develop networking, job search, branding, entrepreneurial, and social media skills. Mentees will also have a clear understanding about contracts, artist fees, and honorariums. Additionally, upon completion, mentees will have practical experience in the arts through ICAI's programs or through ICAI's partners. Next slide, please. Now, these are a few other benefits that a mentee or mentor can benefit from IAMP program. So for a mentee, a mentor who is well established in Calgary arts community will be a great support during any changing times. And it's a good chance to develop a long-lasting relationship with a mentor professionally. And it also provides a platform for the mentee to clarify their professional goals or their personal goals and to refine their goals. It is also a very good chance for a mentee to dump their ideas. Mentor is somebody whom they can dump the ideas on and get honest feedback or impartial, independent, feedbacks. For a mentor, it provides an opportunity to enhance their leadership and management skills. It also provides, a chance for self-reflection and to improve their own journey and to expand their career. It also provides them opportunity to, it's like a give and take. It's not just the mentee who learns from mentor. Mentor may also learn from the mentee, and their network can grow through each other's network. And it brings a lot of satisfaction for a mentor for being able to be of assistance to others. And it is also a great opportunity for a mentor to meet people from different parts of the world where they can possibly learn a lot of things and develop lifelong friendships. Next slide, please. Now, where will this program happen? As of now, what we are hoping is all the PD sessions will be online. And we are hoping that we would have 2 physical events. The first one is the joint networking event, which is in the beginning of the program. And the final celebration or the final celebration event, once you complete all the PD session, once you end the program, will also be a physical event. So these are 2, as of now, what we have scheduled for as a physical ones. Excuse me. Thank you. And this is the timeline. So March, we launched the application. The link for the application is posted on our website and social media. During April and May, we would have the selection process. So the mentees will have, mentees would be selected by the jury committee and they would be paired with a matching mentor. In June, we will have orientation sessions for mentors and mentees. There will be a separate joint networking session, which is we hope to be a physical event where all the mentees can meet all other mentors. So it's like a networking event, and we will be sending invitation for the orientation by the first week of June 2022. And July 2022 to November 2022 is the core program where you'll have one-on-one meetings with your mentors. There will be catch-up meeting, one catch-up meeting with the programs manager, and there will be monthly PD sessions, which is 2 hours each month. And in December 2022, we'll have the final celebration and the presentation, like your project presentation, and that will be towards the first half of December. Next slide, please. Okay, so features of IAMP. So what does the main programming during July to November or July to December hold? It has one-on-one one-on-one mentorship with your mentee and mentor, which is at least 4 hours per month. And then there will be group meetings, which will be 2 hours per month, starting from July to November. And it will foster unity and build the artist networking skills, community engagement and relationship. It's also an opportunity to learn from your mentor, other mentees, guest speakers, And it's a good time to ask relevant questions and learn what you do not know. And also you can learn the expectations of the project and the goals of this program. And there will be one-on-one catch-up with the IAMP programs manager. This is to check your progress and address any concerns, if any. And then there will be a project that each mentor-mentee group will work on. So this goal will be something that you might have mentioned in the application, or a project that you will be doing in the nearest future. So you'll be doing a sharing about that. That could be the project, it could be anything. It could be your learning sharing. It could be a project that you're doing in the nearest future, or something that you learned during the entire program. Now, and the last one is the final presentation and the celebration. I already shared what is the project. So that is the presentation, what you'll share, what you learned, or what you have been working on so far with your mentor, and what you'll do in the nearest future. So the celebration is an event to showcase all the mentees and mentors to the greater Calgary. Next slide, please. Okay, now about the application. The application opened on March 7th, 2022. Just give me a moment. Okay, I thought somebody joined and I did not accept them. That's all good. Okay, so the application opened on 7th of March 2022, and it will close on 31st, the end of March. Now the application is a Google form, and the link of that is shared on our website. By the end of the program, I will post all the links in the chat so that everybody can copy it from one place. If you have any questions which is not answered during this session or during the Q&A, and you come across those questions after you leave the session, please feel free to email me at programs@ikionline.org. Now, on your application, what we want to see, you will fill the entire application other than the general questions asked. What we are mainly focusing on is links to your resume and artwork. The links could be shared from, links could be of your website or from samples of your artwork that is shared through the drive. You can upload your work samples that you would like to share on your drive, and then share the link from the drive. And please do not forget to give the permission, else the application will not be very successful. If we are not able to see what you have shared with us, it'll not be of use. So please do not forget, when you share the link, give us the permission to view that as well. And then we want to see what your artistic discipline or practices, what you have learned so far, what do you want to learn, and what you want to do. We want to know those things. And please fill all the questions on the form. Okay, now PD sessions and other important dates. Please have a clear look at this table. These dates are very important and very crucial. You need to be present on these dates for the PD sessions or the meetings, whatever is scheduled there. And if you are not able to make it or present, it is really important that we need to know. Okay, so if you can see there, it says PD sessions, which is July to November 2022. The sessions are set on 4th Thursday of each month, 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, and it's all online sessions. The only 2 physical sessions, as I told earlier, are the first one is a joint networking event on 23rd June, and the And the last one, the program, the final celebration event, which is on December 9th. Those two are the physical events so far scheduled. The rest of it are all are online. So it has all the dates for your orientation, your joint networking, each PD sessions of each month, and the final celebration event. Please make a good note of these dates. Okay, thank you. And this is about your celebration in December, the first half of December, which is the date is fixed on 9th of December. So we will celebrate your success of learning. And this will be a great opportunity to network with more professionals and stakeholders in the arts community. So it will be your presentation sharing and a great networking event to close the program. Next slide, please. Now, what are the eligibility to apply for the IAMP program? There is an age cutoff, that is, you must be at least 18 years of age or above. There is no upper cutoff, there is only the lower cutoff. And the applicant must be less than 7 years, must have less than 7 years of total stay in Canada when they're applying. They shouldn't have stayed in Canada more than 7 years. And the applicant must not be a student who's currently pursuing a degree program in any of the institutions in Canada. They must be an experienced artist or arts administrator or culture worker or community leader from their home country. Professional arts degree is not a requirement. You may or may not have a degree in arts, but you're welcome if you have strong passion for arts and you have done something, at least in your home country, in art sector. And it is important that to get into the IAMP program, that you must be an ICAI member. And the membership is free. I would be sharing the link to the membership form as well. But make sure when filling the membership form is not going to get you into the jury selection process. You need to fill the application. That's the primary requirement. But being an ICAI member is an eligibility or the requirement. But your total, you will be assessed based on your application. ICAI membership is an eligibility only. And you must be able to join the physical events or sessions in Calgary for all the scheduled physical events. I'm telling you this because there might be people applying from outside of Calgary or the greater Calgary region. We want to make sure that you are able to commute and come into Calgary for any physical events that we have scheduled or would be scheduling. Thank you. Now, these are some frequently asked questions. What are the eligibility? I have already shared the eligibility in the previous slide. Is there a fee for the program? No, it's absolutely free. There is no fee that a mentee needs to pay, but you would be getting your remuneration for your hard work and to work towards the program if you meet all the expectations of the program. How do I share my past work? You can share it as links on your application. You can share the link to your past work. It could be as work samples, your artwork samples, or could it be videos or links to your social media or website, wherever you share your work. You can share the links on the application. And we would like to see your resume as well. And your resume should carry a detailed description of your experience, your artistic experience, and anything that you want to talk about. How many participants? Okay, the fourth question, how do I upload my work to Google Drive? I will share a link to a video if you're not really familiar with sharing something from Google Drive and sharing the permissions to it. I will be sharing a YouTube link where you can watch and do the needful to share your artwork or links with us. How many participants will be in the IAMP cohort? There will be 10 mentees in the IAMP cohort. Will everyone have different mentors? We are planning to have 10 mentors, which is one mentee gets like one separate mentor. But in case if a selected mentee is not, if we're not able to find a mentor, which the chances are really less. But in case if there is a situation like that and a selected mentor agrees to mentee 2 mentees, then those 2 mentees will have a common mentor, but we will make sure that the mentees are mentored separately in the respective field which they seek mentorship in. Okay. Whom do I contact for more questions or clarification? You can contact me, and my name is Smita Varghese. I will post my email, which is programs@ikionline.org. Okay, is there any particular education needed? As I told earlier, there's no art degree or a BFA required to be a part of the IAMP program, but undergraduates who have just passed out of grade 12 are not accepted. And if you are in school, you're not accepted. But otherwise, there's no special education that we are looking for, but all we're looking for your artistic work, your passion and art, and how you showcase that you want to be working in the art sector in Calgary community. Is there an age criteria? As I mentioned earlier, minimum 18 years of age or 18 plus. Thank you. Next slide. Okay, this is question time. If you have any questions, please, this is the time to ask. And I'm going to paste all the links that I can here so that everybody gets. Okay, I've shared some links so that everybody can copy it if they require. I have shared the link to like how to share something from the Google Drive. I've shared ICAI's website. I've shared my email. I've shared IAMP details on the website. I've shared a downloadable PDF about IAMP and related information. And there is the link to the application. There is also the link to become a member, which is a requirement. Okay, Zarifa, you had a question. Do you want to go ahead and ask now? I see your hands raised. You can just unmute and.
Yeah. Sorry, no, it wasn't a question. I raised by mistake. I was just.
Oh, okay. No problem.
But no, the session was so clear. Thank you so much.
No problem at all. Okay. Are there any other questions? If there are any questions, if you can ask directly, you can unmute and ask now, or you can drop it in the chat. No questions? Did I clear all the questions? Good job, Smita. Okay, I see some message here. Can we meet more than 4 times with the mentee and mentor? Almendra, That is totally, so the program commitment is 4 times per month. If your mentor agrees to meet more than that, it's totally between the mentee and mentor. And again, one thing that I forgot to tell, how do we, so for all the one-on-one sessions with the mentee, the scheduling, it's between the mentee and the mentor. There is nothing that ICAI will do to schedule some meetings. It is totally between you or the mentee and the mentor, depending on what their availabilities are. And when for the catch-up meeting with the programs manager, it is between the mentee and the programs manager, depending on both people's availability. And it is only the PD sessions that are pre-scheduled. All the PD sessions, July to November, are 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, and it's on the 4th Thursday of each month. Okay, I see a question from Hibbard. It is an obligation to develop a project with a mentor, or I can present a finished project at the end of the program. No, you would be working on something new. If you have already finished a project, that's not part of the IAMP. IAMP wants to see what you have learned newly, or what you have developed, or what is that something that you have benefited from IAMP, or through the mentor, or through the learnings through the mentor. If you're working towards a new project or learning a new skill, that would be considered.
Another question about that, because you told that it must be the emotional progress of the project, right?
Correct.
Now, for me, progress means that the project is finished.
Okay, so
then
progress can be measured in a different way. So somebody who does not know anything about a topic learns step by step something new from somewhere is itself a progress. Progress need not mean that you finish a project, but where you started and how much you have grown or how much you have improved is what we see as progress.
Yeah, so that means that it's no obligation that that project be finished. It could be a overview of the project.
Correct, but it should be something that, you know, if you're working towards something, for example, when a musician starts composing something, ideas come and they learn a lot of, they get the feedbacks from the mentors, they write, compose, and design. I'm not a musician, sorry if I'm using wrong terms. So, and the final product might be like the recording or a concert, but that's like the end product. It may not happen soon after the IAMP, but it might need some grants. So if you're getting the grants, if you're learning about the grants and applying for a grant and getting it, it's a progress towards your project. And you should be getting that project that whatever you wanted to share, like maybe a concert, in the nearest future. You know, there should be a timeline on it, like, okay, you will be doing it within like this many months, or not like an exact, but you know, that can be a little flexible, but there should be something that we can see that you're progressing or working towards it.
It's also important to add to that we're trying to help you find opportunities in the arts. So as you work on this project, it should get closer to where it's presentable, because ultimately we want you by the end to be ready to turn that into an exhibition, into a publishing, into something tangible, a real opportunity.
Okay, thanks.
Thanks for that, Ahmed. Okay, are there any more questions?